So, I welcome all of you for the presentation on the topic Domestic Workers and Legislative Analysis on Laws. As I begin, I would like to introduce to you the National Domestic Workers Movement where I do my field work. It is founded in 1985 to empower the Indian domestic workers who had no recognition, identity, no visibility, and were treated by the employers like slaves. This movement works in 16 states of India, addressing mainly violations of labor rights like lack of decent wages and work conditions. Now let us move on to domestic workers and their problems. Domestic work is the most unorganized, unregulated, and disorganized work. They are mostly women who face a lot of problems. They are extremely poor, illiterate, and work long hours for very nominal wages. They are deprived of benefits, social security, security of employment, wage hike, paid leave, or medical facilities. They are also victims of domestic violence and suffer ill health. Especially live-in domestic workers suffer long hours of work, physical and sexual abuse, and deprived of human treatment. Now, ILO Convention or International Labour Organization Convention. Domestic work is recognized by the UN as a form of slavery or forced labor in a convention signed at Geneva on 25th September 1926. India has ratified this convention on 23rd June 1960. The ILO Convention 189, Decent Work for Domestic Workers, attempts to protect the rights of the domestic workers. India has signed this convention but yet to ratify it. Now we will see legislations in India for domestic workers. First one, Housemaids and Domestic Workers, Conditions of Service and Welfare Bill 2004. It was a simple bill which requires a central or state government to compulsorily register the domestic workers in their territorial jurisdiction, in addition to framing rules to ensure employment, opportunities, suitable work conditions, and medical facilities and other provisions. Secondly, we see Domestic Workers Registration, Social Security and Welfare Act. This is the act brought for to regulate payment and working conditions, also to check the exploitation of trafficking of the women and other young household workers. According to this bill, this act, above 90 days, whoever works as a domestic worker and the age limit of 18 to 60 has to register as a domestic worker. Also, the live-in workers have to have 10 hours of rest, annual leave with 15 wage for at least 15 days. This registered domestic workers can have pension, maternity benefits and paid leave. Next, we are seeing Unorganized Workers Social Security Act 2008. This act sets up a national security board or the state security board in every state in which the people or the unorganized worker, employer and the government will be part of it to see. In this, the registration of the domestic workers is voluntary. Next, we will see the Minimum Wages Act 1948. This is brought to protect the wages, low wages. In some industries, there are very low wages. This is brought to protect those people or those workers. At the end of 2013, only 11 states have added domestic work in the schedule of Minimum Wages Act 1948. More than half of the states have not yet added. Next, we will see Sexual Harassment Act 2013. This is brought to tackle the sexual harassment in domestic households and to prevent and prohibit and redress. In this act, there is no way of taking it to see the serious nature of the transgression or the crime committed against women. Thus, it has not made any impact on the domestic workers. Now, the Domestic Workers Decent Working Conditions Bill 2015. It was introduced in Lok Sabha to provide decent working conditions and regulate the terms of service for domestic workers. Next, we see the Domestic Workers Welfare Bill 2016, Arrangement of Classes. This was brought to provide welfare, protection, and security of domestic workers and matters connected with it. The Domestic Workers Regulation of Work and Social Security Bill 2017, Arrangement of Classes. This was brought for the regulation of work to improve their working conditions and social security. This is also brought to have a board in state level or district level, also to have social fund for the domestic workers. Now we'll go to legislation in state governments. There are 8 states and 1 union territory government have taken the initiative and included domestic workers in the Schedule of Minimum Wages Act 1948 and fixed minimum rates for the wages of domestic workers. There are 12 states have constituted State Social Security Board for unorganized workers. 3 states have constituted separate domestic workers welfare board. The government of Maharashtra has issued a code of conduct to all the employees of domestic workers, which includes 15 days of paid leave, a weekly day off or a day's salary, a month salary as a bonus at Diwali, and travel allowance to go to their native places for the holidays, medical assistance, and immediate increment in all the domestic workers' salary. Also, the government has asked them to register under the labor welfare center so that they can take any action when the employees errors. Next is Employees State Insurance Act 1948. In 2016, as a pilot scheme, the Labour Ministry extended the application of employees state insurance to domestic workers in Delhi and Hyderabad. This is only a limited medical benefits under the scheme have been extended to them. The sickness benefit, maternity benefit, disablement benefit, dependence benefit, and other need-based benefits are not in their reach. Domestic workers are considered by this act as a self-employed workers. Now, domestic workers in Delhi. Delhi, being the capital of India, generates enormous job opportunities for laborers, skilled and unskilled, men, women, youth, and children. We find people from all over India. So Delhi now has more number of slums, unauthorized areas, JJ clusters, that is Jugis and Chopadis. It is estimated that more than half of the population of Delhi resides in unauthorized colonies and slums which lack even basic facility of water and drainage. In Delhi, the domestic workers are the neglected group amongst the unorganized sector. For the decades, they are exploited and their living conditions and problems are enormous. They are vulnerable to the human rights and abuses. They work long hours. When we see the part-time workers, maximum of 6 houses they work for low or the no pay. And there are no labor laws to protect them or set right their service conditions in the Union Territory Delhi. So they are not unionized and live in their employers' mercy. Now, what we demand as National Domestic Workers Movement? As per the Delhi government order issued on 25th September 2014, full-time domestic workers are supposed to be paid the minimum wages notified by the Labour Department of Delhi. This applies to all the domestic workers employed through placement agencies in Delhi, but paying lower than the minimum wage is common in Delhi. Thus, the National Domestic Workers Movement demands that domestic work be regulated by paying the minimum wage according to the Minimum Wage Act, also to regulation of domestic workers under the Unorganized Workers Social Security Act 2008. It is not only for the full-time workers, live-in workers as well as part-time workers. Decent and fair wages for domestic workers to be notified as per piece rate. Weekly off and 15 days of annual leave with pay. A separate board for the domestic workers. Issue of identity cards to domestic workers. Provision for ESI and PF. Pension for the old and widowed. Allotment of house sites for domestic workers. Allotment of ration cards to domestic workers. Health insurance schemes for domestic workers. Domestic workers in Delhi will be about 10 lakhs. Empowerment of these women can become a reality only when their rights are protected through proper regulations at the state level. Thus, protecting the rights of domestic workers in the state through proper legislation is the need of the hour. Thank you.